Hello, it's Brian again. Next part of my Mount Lawlor hike. It's kind of hard to see in the glare, but that's Peak 5166 where I just was. Now I'm continuing along the Strawberry Peak Trail, going around the south side. Now, starting to go more on the southwestern side of Mount Lawlor. And this is definitely not a hike you want to do during the middle of the day in the summer. It's very sun exposed here, so it can be downright hot here. It's a little on the warm side. I mean, the sun's a little warm, but the air for the most part still slightly on the cool side. Lots of little gullies. Just trying to imagine what climbing up one of these would be like. But that's a very, very gradual incline. In fact, there are some flat spots along the way too, and lots of lizards crossing. So watch your feet so you don't accidentally step on one. Straight ahead to Mount Lukens over there. You get some pretty good views down towards where the highway does a lot of switchbacks before it gets to Red Box and the Haramakna Cultural Center at the junction of Mount Wilson Road. So yeah, it's a very, like I said, it's very mellow walk, very gentle. Like I said, it's almost level, because between Red Box at 4,600 feet and the saddle between Strawberry and Lawlor at 5,200 feet, it's only 600 feet of gain. And a nice chunk of that gain is when you first pick up the trail right across the highway from the Red Box picnic area. So if you were just going to the saddle, this would be a very easy hike. But that's not the plan. So we got to go around Mount Lawlor here. Can't even see Strawberry Peak from here. But now we're going to start going around the western slope, and this trail is going to keep winding its way around. Looks like the incline picks up a little bit as you get over on the southwestern flank of Mount Lawlor, but doesn't look like anything too strenuous. The part when you leave the official trail and start climbing up, that's where it's going to get a little crazy, because you're not on the official trail and you're basically climbing up little fire breaks to the summit. Yeah, since it's still morning, it's nice, shady, and cool over here. Much cooler, actually. Feels like it's about 15 degrees cooler than where I started filming. So, like I said, we gotta wind around. We gotta wind around this. So, still got quite a ways to go. And we'll be back out in the sun probably, well, maybe momentarily. And I think we go back into a dip again around another gully. And then we're going to be out to the full blast of the sun pretty soon. Just feels good to be hiking in the coolness of the shade. And I came down from Peak 5166. I started noticing that there was some more intense brush thrashing on the way back to the saddle and junction, because I started going along probably about 10-15 feet through the shrubs away from the trail, the little trail like little path there. So I was wondering, so it looked a little bit different. So I think I went through another little path that was a little more bushwhacking and waist wading. Waist meaning my hips, wading through the shrubs. So, I mean, the scenery is basically going to be the same as I go along this way. I'm just going to keep plodding along. And then, well, here we are. Here's a little something different. Got a little California laurel here, or California bay laurel, Bellaria californica. So you can tell this area stays a little shadier because they like it a little more mesic, or a little moister than a lot of these other plants. This is typically more of a woodland tree. And then one thing you'll start noticing as you're hiking along this trail, if you're hip to the plants of the area, I remember the first time I went along here, there's quite a bit of this hollyleaf cherry, Prunus ilicifolia, subspecies ilicifolia. Did see a fair amount of that, especially before we completely round our way to the saddle. We'll start seeing some hollyleaf cherry, quite a bit more than the earlier portions of the hike where I only saw maybe one or two scattered about. So you'll start seeing some of those. And keep finding these interesting, looks like a class 2 or maybe even a class 3 higher up gully right here. Some gullies that lead up there. These might be interesting cross-country mountaineers routes. Maybe that could be used to try different approaches to these peaks. Alright, well, I'll see you on the next clip. See how far along I am then. I'll see you there.